The pattern interrupt. In February 2026, the digital world is more crowded than it has ever been. We are surrounded by infinite content, generated by humans and AI alike, competing for every millisecond of our attention. But if you look closely at the top 0.1% of the player base, the mega influencers and the global streamers, you'll notice a strange, repetitive behavior. They are all desperately trying to sell you a burger. From Mr. Beast to the Sidemen, from localized YouTube stars to TikTok moguls, the move into the fast food industry has become the standard late-game strategy. But why? Why would a digital billionaire, someone who has mastered the infinite scalability of the internet, pivot into the high-friction world of grease, logistics, and physical real estate? What they don't tell you is that this isn't a food trend. This is a survival protocol. They aren't opening restaurants to make money. They are opening them to anchor their digital wealth into the physical hardware of the simulation. Welcome to the era of physical asset tethering, the 2026 attention economy crash. To understand the logic, we first have to analyze the state of the attention economy. For the last decade, we have lived in a digital gold rush. Attention was the currency. If you could capture eyes, you could generate ad revenue and brand deals. But in 2026, the price of digital attention has crashed. Because AI can now generate high-quality content at zero cost, the supply of entertainment has become infinite. When supply is infinite, the value of an individual view approaches zero. Influencers have realized that their digital assets, their followers, their views, their likes, are soft data. They can be deleted, shadow banned, or devalued by a single algorithm update from the platform admins. They are living in a house made of glass in a world full of stones. To survive, they need hard data. They need a way to convert the ephemeral energy of a click into a physical caloric transaction. This is the Burger Bridge, technical grounding. The conversion efficiency formula. We can calculate the necessity of this pivot using the viral conversion efficiency, VCE. Formula VCE Shinint. Tizo T Nleft Yfrak AAD dot C Phys LC plus SM and right D where AD is digital attention, C de Physnols is the physical conversion rate, LLC-DOS is logistical cost, and SMCs is social momentum. In the 2010s, influencers focused on AD. But in 2026, as AD-DOS becomes unstable due to AI noise, the only way to keep VC dollar positive is to increase C-DOS Phys cars. They are literally taking the energy of their audience and condensing it into a physical product that must be consumed in the real world. The proof is in the data. A customer who eats a physical burger is 10 times more likely to remain synced to an influencer's brand than a viewer who simply watches a video. The ghost kitchen glitch. The way they are doing this is through a brilliant piece of server optimization called the ghost kitchen. In the old version of the simulation, opening a restaurant required massive capital. You needed land, a building, and a local staff. It was slow, but influencers have hacked this process. They use ghost kitchens, existing restaurants with underutilized hardware, and simply reskin the menu. It's exactly like a video game developer using the same game engine, but swapping the textures and character models. The kitchen at your local Italian restaurant might be running the Mr. Beast skin during lunch hours. This allows an influencer to launch a global franchise in a single day. They are using the existing infrastructure of the physical world to run their own apps. This is the ultimate shadow update. They don't own the hardware, they just rent the processing power of thousands of kitchens simultaneously. Data harvesting and behavior modification. But let's look deeper. Why fast food specifically? Why not clothing or tech? Because food is a high-frequency necessity. You have to eat every day. By entering the food space, influencers are no longer just a notification on your phone, they are a part of your biological routine. When you order an influencer's burger through an app, you aren't just buying food. You are handing over your location data, your dietary habits, your payment information, and your physical address. You are allowing them to map the physical grid of their audience. This changes everything. They are building a database of where their followers live, how they move, and what they spend in the real world. In a simulation that is increasingly digital and fake, this physical data is the most valuable asset a player can own. It is the proof of life in the 2026 economy. The physical save file strategy. The true hidden logic here is the save file strategy. If the simulation resets, or if the internet as we know it collapses, digital fame vanishes. A YouTuber with 100 million subscribers is just a collection of dead links if the server goes down. But a person who owns a supply chain, a fleet of delivery trucks, and thousands of physical distribution points is a warlord of the new era. Influencers are diversifying into fast food to ensure that even if their digital avatar is deleted, their physical presence remains. They are building a hedge against the volatility of the code. They are turning themselves into the new corporations, entities that control both the narrative, digital, and the resources, physical. The personal trap. You are the resource. Now here is the trap. You think you are supporting your favorite creator by buying their food. You think you are participating in a community. But in the logic of the system, you are the energy source being harvested. They are taking your physical currency, money you earned through your own labor in the simulation, and using it to build a wall around themselves. The influencer fast food craze is the final stage of consumer capture. They have followed you from your television to your computer, then to your smartphone, and now they have followed you to your dinner table. They have successfully bypassed the digital barrier and entered your physical space. You are no longer just a viewer, you are a node in their physical network. The 2026 convergence. As we look at the year 2026, we see the convergence of these themes. The rise of AI has made the digital world unreliable. We no longer know what is real and what is rendered. In this environment, the only thing we can trust is the tangible. We can feel the burger, we can taste the chicken, and we can see the physical storefront. Influencers are exploiting this biological bias for tangibility. They know that in a world of deepfakes and AI-generated influencers, the real becomes the ultimate luxury. By putting their face on a physical product, they are claiming they are real players in a world of bots. But the irony is that the food itself is often standardized, mass-produced, and identical to every other brand. The realness is just another layer of the UI. Conclusion: the final integration. The move into fast food is the hardware integration phase of social influence. It is the moment the software of fame starts to control the hardware of the planet. We are witnessing the birth of a new kind of power, a hybrid power that exists both in the cloud and in the kitchen. This changes everything because it means the boundaries between our digital lives and our physical needs have completely dissolved. The influencers of today are the feudal lords of tomorrow, controlling the flow of information and the flow of calories. They have decoded the secret of the 2026 economy. If you want to stay in the game, you have to be able to feed the players. What they don't tell you is that this is just the beginning. After burgers, it will be housing. After housing, it will be energy. The influencers aren't just opening fast food joints. They are practicing for the moment they take over the entire physical infrastructure of the simulation. Watch until the end of the next episode to see how the digital asset crash will affect your own save file. Because in a world where everyone is a brand, the only way to avoid being consumed is to learn how the menu is written. Thank you for exploring the hidden logic of the fast food glitch. Subscribe to stay synced with the truth. In the next video, we will investigate the real estate anomaly. Why the world's biggest tech companies are suddenly buying up all the farmland on the map.